Welcome. Let me just move my lights real quick because they are way too close. Okay, and there we go. So, hi everyone. Tonight we are going to be playing with some of the new Tim Holtz Halloween release for Sizzix. So, I have most of the release here with me. I have all the dies. I think there's a couple embossing folders I don't have. But if you don't know, I do work for it's technically Sizzix, but for a store in California called Scrapbooking Made Simple. The owner is Stacy Park. She is a licensed designer for Sizzix. So technically, hi Michelle. So technically, I do stuff for Sizzix. I'm a Sizzix maker, but I send off samples to a store in California. So this was for that. So I have two of the embossing folders. There are two more, or it might be four more. I think there's 6 in total. I might be wrong on that. But I have here the, what is this name? The cracked large embossing folder, and then the foliage. It's because this is all a re-release. These products existed at some point in time, probably long before I started crafting, but the embossing folders were originally the smaller size, and now they're a much larger size. Hi Carol, it's so nice to see you here. So these are two of the embossing folders. I'm not sure if we'll play with both tonight. We might not, we'll see. I'm probably gonna make 2 cards. Okay, we'll say I'll make 1. Maybe 2. And also, I do have to say, these products were sent to me ahead of time, like I said, to make samples for a store in California. There was no expectation for me to make anything with them beyond those samples, but I felt like it because this is a nice release. And then here are the dies. So this is the Haunted House. And then we have, I'm assuming, Trick or Treat. And then we have the alphabet. And what I love about this is there are 102 dies in this because they want to give you as much as they can. So I was talking with the head of sales, Sizzix, and she's like, yeah, they use basically as much space as they can on the sheet when they make the dies. So that's why you get 7 O's. If you have a word that has 7 O's in it, you're in luck with this set. And yeah, I'm super excited to be live again. I tried last week, I think, and unfortunately my Wi-Fi was being a very big issue and the whole live crashed. But I did get a Wi-Fi booster in my craft room that I stole from our kitchen. So hopefully we'll have a much better luck tonight. Everyone cross their fingers, and yeah. Next up we have the layered jack-o'-lantern. It's a really fun jack-o'-lantern stamp set. Or die set. That's not a stamp. That's not a stamp, right? We have the witchcraft die set. And then lastly for the dies, we have the leaf fragments. So I've made cards with most of these. Unfortunately, I don't have them to show you because they're in California. But you know what, let's start with the background. So I actually have been really liking this embossing folder because this gives you a good like old wood almost background type. If you do it in brown, put this in, it looks like wood. So we'll maybe use this. But let's start with the background, and I'm thinking of like a spooky. We could do like a green, we could do a purple, we could do an orange. Let's do, I'm like looking at all my ink. Let's go with, what do you guys think? What colors do you want to see? We could do like, I'm like looking at all the ink we have. I think I'm gonna start with orange. Let me pick out the oranges. Okay. So I have Bellini from Catherine Pooler. Oh, Michelle says purple. We'll probably do a purple card, but let's start off with orange. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Make sure to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. So Bellini, Orange Twist, and Tutti Frutti. These are all Catherine Pooler inks. I'm a brand ambassador for Catherine Pooler, and I do love her inks. I love Simon Hurley's inks as well. Concord and Ninth, I only have one of theirs, but it's great. But you don't need as many ink lines as I do. I have too many, let's face it. It's bad. It's bad. Anyways, we're going to grab our card front, and I'm just gonna do a really simple blend here. So I'm gonna start at the top with Bellini. And I honestly kind of probably need to wipe this off because I feel like I have dark orange ink on here from something. I'm not sure, but I might. So this card panel is 4 4¼ by 5½. We'll probably chop it down after we use an embossing folder with it, but I'm not sure yet. So we're just gonna go in with Bellini at the top, and I'm using Simon Hurley's blending tool. I really enjoyed it. I think it's sold out literally everywhere though, so you won't be getting that anytime soon. And we're just doing a really simple ink blend. We're doing nothing crazy, nothing like, oh my gosh, game-changing, world-changing. We're just getting ink on paper. It's that simple, people. Okay, I think that's just about good for the Bellini. So now we're gonna go into our next color, which is Orange Twist. So how's everyone's night going? Do you have any exciting weekend plans coming up? How was your week? Anything good happen? Did you get to craft? Are you crafting right now? As I used to say, and I have not said this in literally ages. No, Caitlin, you're fine. Yes, yep, Carol, I completely understand that. I do want to get more. I only have 3, so I would very much like to get more of them. But for the time being, that's not going to happen. And finally, I have not said this in literal ages. Are you crafting along with me, or are you crafting vicariously through me? Yep, waiting for pizza, that's very valid. I just had pizza for dinner, so I can relate. We love that, Michelle. You sent me the picture, so they all looked really good. And now, this ink blend's bad. We're gonna cover it up mostly, so it's fine. We're gonna like ink blend brown on it. English, please. We're gonna ink blend brown on it. There we go. Too many B's. We are just about done here with this blend. Also, just so you know, I can guarantee you that Caitlin is very happy that I'm finally doing something fall or Halloween and not doing Christmas, because she thinks it's far too early for Christmas, and I very much have to disagree with that statement, but whatever. She's entitled to her own wrong opinion, but she's gonna kill me. No. So now we're going to take it out of its packaging first. Yeah, Caitlin's very excited. We're gonna take the cracked embossing folder. Like I said, see, it's almost like a very old wood. That's what I like to think of it as. And now we are going to plop this in. Just about, we'll say that's good. And now, I'm gonna grab my big shot. As you may remember from when I used to go live, my camera is very low. It's only about like 1.5 feet off my desk. So that means it's very hard for me to actually get like this in there. So that's why you like see barely any of the decorating machine. But for these embossing folders, if you're using the big shot, you just take the big plate at the bottom, the base plate, and a clear plate, and that's good enough. Ooh. What is going on here? That was weird. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, I don't know why that was whatever. Sorry for everything just shaking. Oh, I can tell we're gonna get a big pop at the end. Yep, okay. Let's pull that out. And look at that texture. We'll get a better look at it in like 1 second. Let me just put this back. Also, if you don't know, when I'm crafting live or making a YouTube video, everything goes on the floor. So, after my floor, as I like to say, it becomes the bottom shelf. The floor is the bottom shelf of your craft room. And that's okay. So now we are going to take one of these. I don't know which. Yeah, isn't that texture like really, really nice? So if you did this all in brown, it really would look like wood. Obviously, we didn't do it all in brown. But if you did, it would look like wood. Yep, would look like wood. Yep, we're great. Anyways, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking the darker brown. But I could do the lighter brown. I'm going to do the darker one. So we're going to now go in with some macchiato. Because coffee themed, of course. We love that. Ink from Catherine Pooler and just another ink blending tool here. And we're going to go in and make it look almost distressed and dingy, kind of. Ooh, okay. Actually, before we keep going, because I just thought of this, so we're going to do it, let me grab my deckled edge trimmer. Because when you're using embossing folder, a lot of the times your like image gets like slightly smaller height-wise. Oh, actually it really didn't this time. But I still want to take off about 1/4 of an inch on each side. So we can get just like a nice deckled edge on here. Also, apologies for how loud this is. But this is the deckled edge trimmer from Tonic Studios and Tim Holtz. We're just using everything Tim Holtz tonight. Except ink, but oh well. Oop, that did not cut at the very bottom. Hold on. There we go. And one more. Now we can go back and ink blend that brown in. Let me just toss those real quick. And now we can get back. Okay, good. I was like kind of worried, like, ooh, this might be bad, but okay. If it wasn't too bad, that's good. You might, yeah. If it would, the original version was like the smaller ones. Is it A4? Sizzix doesn't do like, Sizzix's like paper isn't 8.5 by 11. They typically do like different sizes, the UK sizes basically, I think. So I honestly don't know what size. Hi, Michelle. But I just know the original ones were smaller. Also, how's the connection? Is it okay? Emmett is like, can you guys hear me all right? I just want to make sure, like, it's not horrible. I'm just hoping that Wi-Fi booster's boosting what it needed to. Okay, now so we have like our base ink down there. Now I just kind of like want to go around the edge where it meets the center very, very lightly to almost like make it go into the color slightly better. Good, thank you. Yay, perfect. I'm so happy. That's why, if you've been here long enough, I'm gonna go around the edges one more time. I just want to darken it up slightly. If you've been here long enough, you know that I used to go live every Friday night. Now, the reason I stopped that was because, I started to get annoyed with how bad the quality was. So I'll need to watch this back, but hopefully we can start going live more often. Maybe we'll eventually go back to every Friday for a while. Who knows? Yeah, Hi, Cordelia. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, Caitlin knows how, like, stressed I was last time, because it ended very badly. Like, it just, like, froze and it sounded like a broken record. We're gonna go in with a little bit of water now and just spray it on for a little bit of reactiveness, because Catherine Pooler ink is reactive, so it works great for this. But I was, like, messaging Caitlin, like, really? Did that just happen? Come on. And I honestly would not have known it kind of ended if she didn't text me. message me. So thanks, Caitlin. So now we have our nice Halloween spooky scare. No, it's not it. But we have our background here, and I probably should let this dry before doing anything. So now we can decide what dye we're gonna do. I think the house would look good with this. Let me just wipe this up also because we have water down here, we have ink down here. Thank you, Carol. So let's clean that up because we don't need to get ink on our stuff. Ooh, Sherry, you are in amazing company with Caitlin because she loves her Halloween too. So now I'm just like looking at the dyes here. Okay, I think we're gonna go with the house. Yeah, let's go with the house. So there are a bunch of dyes here. Oh, well, there's not a bunch, but there's quite a few. Now, I want your help with this. How should we do this? Should we just do this straight out of black cardstock, or should we do something else? It's totally up to you, your guys' decision, what we do. Like, I don't have an opinion. Because if we do it out of, like, white cardstock and then ink blend black over it, we could... I honestly don't know what we could do with that. But if you have any suggestions, please say them. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it straight out of black cardstock. But, yeah, so this die set has the house, which is spooky house. And then we have our little bats here. There's 3 of them. There's 1 die. Not sure if I'll use them. We shall see. And then there's a little moon. Yes. No, Jay, do not worry at all. Yes. It's in the new Vault series. I believe this house is in the new Vault series. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I don't have... Michelle, I would use black glitter, or I would use something else in my stash that I can't quite show yet. But, yeah. The trick-or-treaters are nice. Yes. Ooh! Wait, Michelle, that's actually a good idea. I don't know how exactly I would do that, but... Oh, I could do... I could inlay them, maybe. Or I could... Hold on. Let me think. Let me cook. I'm cooking. I could do it where, like, I just cut out a bunch of pieces of... Let me look at how this looks on here. Hold on. Okay. So I could probably do, like, yellow on paper and, like, put it behind some of the windows. Maybe. It would look a mess from behind, but I think it would work. Let's try that at least. I don't want to guarantee anything if it doesn't work. But I'm going to cut it out of black cardstock. I don't think I'm going to use the bats and the moon, so we'll put those off to the side. But we're going to cut it in black cardstock and then somehow add yellow behind it. We shall see. I think it'll work fine. Okay, maybe we'll use the moon. We'll see. It just depends, like, because we don't have, like, a ton of room to work with here. I can't speak tonight, apparently. So, well, maybe. Just maybe. Because then we could maybe do that. Okay, we'll get. I'm getting, like, too far ahead of myself. We gotta cut out the house first. Like I said, we don't got much room to operate, so... There you go. You can kind of see. Also, I am going to use a paper shim for this just because my Big Shot is like 5 years old at this point, and I put it through a lot, so it doesn't have, it's not as like much pressure, I don't think, as it used to be, so sometimes it needs a paper shim, and that's okay for me. And now let's crank this backwards. And we'll go forwards one more time, and then backwards one more time. Okay. I think that cut everything. Yep. Oh, perfect. I love when that happens. That's, like, amazing. I don't have to knock anything out. Yes. Perfect. Okay, let me just scrape all that into the trash, though. Or recycle. I do recycle my, like, scraps that aren't crazy. Okay. So now let's figure out how we're gonna do these lights. I think what I'm gonna do is at least try. Well, okay. Here's the issue. Here's my issue. These windows are like super close to the edge, so I'm afraid that like it might not look. It might. Hold on. Let me see, because if I can, this might work. I might just have to do like multiple pieces of paper, and I think I can get it to work. Yeah, let's try. So let's try to get, I'm just like trying to theorize, like cut the haunted house with yellow. Well, the issue is I could do that, but I don't want to inlay every single one of those windows because I'm crazy like that, and inlaying cardstock is one of my biggest enemies. I'm not joking when I say that. So now if I can just hold this in place and chop chop, then it will work. So let me, so it's right about there. Yeah, Cordelia, I am with you on that. Did I think I did that right. Did I? We'll see. Okay, we're like just about there. I just have to chop a little bit more off to get that first level, because we're gonna have to do multiple pieces of paper, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So we're gonna go like that. Shoot, I messed it up. Okay, we'll just move it up. And then we will, actually wait, if I move it up, sorry, I'm just like, okay, wait, that's perfect. Wait, that's perfect. Hold on. I just need to like, you guys are probably like thinking to yourselves, this kid is crazy. What is he doing? But I'm determined. Okay. We are like just so close. I just have to like chop it at the right space. So let me get right below this window, and then I think we're good. I think we're golden for this first level. Oh, okay, too high, too high. Let's bring that down a little. I could have also probably just lowered it slightly. I know you guys are like thinking to yourselves, what is going on here? And you know what? I might be too, honestly, at this point. Okay, we did it. First layer done. So now, oh, these ones are not gonna, well, I'll just do these two individually. Okay, let me, hold on. I'm just gonna take a yellow here, and I'm just gonna give it a very light ink blend to get like a glowing look, kind of. And this is just residual ink on here. Okay, let me see. I think that's good. Actually, let me get that a little bit darker. Let me get actual yellow ink. Hold on. Of course my actual yellows are like kind of hidden behind my, what I used to hold up my camera. Okay, so I have Limoncello here from Catherine Pooler. And I'm just gonna put this on my brush here. We're just gonna darken this up a little bit. My fingers are also getting ink blended at the moment, which totally fine. Let me see if I've missed any chats. Okay, I could have traced it, Caitlin, but I didn't see that, so oh well. Okay, I'm liking this yellow. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue to the back of here and try to glue it in place. Famous last words. We're gonna bring it through here, bring it up here, bring it right here, like right along the top and down the side. I can maybe get a little in here. Okay. Now, everyone hold your breath, cross your toes, cross your eyes, cross everything. Okay. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay. So this level, the first level here is done. Now we have to do these ones, which honestly, I don't think is going to be that bad because I could have like little scraps here that I can just cut and it will work. I just have to cut them like slightly larger just so I can like actually glue them down. Okay, this one works, so we're gonna, thanks guys. Go in here with our limoncello again. I really should be using a sticky mat, but you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, so no sticky mat. Dangerous times, and if I take... Okay, now I have a Cher song stuck in my head. Great. Anyways. Okay, I'm just gonna glue this, and then if I have to move it, I have to move it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now I'm just gonna chop off the side here because I'm not dealing with like anything else with that. And actually, will this fit? No scrap. Oh my gosh. No scrap goes to waste. Just barely, but it does fit. So let me use that for up there. Okay. Is that even like glued to anything? Just barely, I think. Yeah, I think it's touch and glue. Okay, we're getting there. The lights are almost all on. I don't. The light's on, but no one's home. Okay. Okay, let's do another tiny little scrap here. I think this piece is big enough. Let me just rip that. Yeah, that looks to be big enough. So another chop. I know you guys, I feel like you guys are probably dying laughing at me. And you know what? I would be too, and that is totally okay. Because, yeah. You know what? That would have been a great idea. But I think it'll be fine. Is this piece not large enough? Oh, no, it is. Okay. Wait, where's the piece? Oh, it's right here. I was like, where'd it go? Okay, we are almost there. So close. Okay, we can use this little scrap up here for one of these windows. And then we'll just have to cut like one more scrap and then we'll be good. Hi, Tiffany. Hi. Right now, Tiffany, we are in kind of like faux inlaying, I guess you could say, the windows of this haunted house die from Tim Holtz, except like I'm probably doing it in like the least efficient way possible and making a fool of myself, but you know what? That's okay. That is a-okay. My fingers, orange. We're just gonna keep, or not, yellow. They're yellow. They're not orange. They're yellow. I don't know my colors anymore, guys. This is what this has done to me. I shouldn't have shifted that down. Whatever. Okay, one little window left, and then we'll be done. Of course, I don't have a scrap for it, so we're just gonna make our own scrap, I guess. Will this fit? Hold on, I kind of need to make it a little bit skinnier. Will this fit? Yes. Just, but I'm not gonna play with it. If it fits, it fits. Like I said. Oh, the pin. I feel like the scissors should be more of a worry because I feel like I'm gonna stab myself at some point. But if I did stab myself, it would be from the scissors and not the pin. Also, since this is a Halloween live stream, should I just grab the whole like bin of safety of like sewing pins that are behind me? And like put them here as like a challenge? Don't accidentally place my hand. Oh, shh. Okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay. So we... But Cordelia, like, we just need to add a little bit of gore to the live stream. So, like, if we need a little bit of red in our cards, we'll just prick our fingers and then get a little blood. And then blood, sweat, and tears will go into the card. I like to be realistic. If it's a Halloween card, we need blood. Okay, so now everyone's gonna leave. No, I'm joking. What am I doing? Okay, so let's figure out spacing on here. So we have our house, which I'm gonna put in the corner like this. And it's gonna like slightly, well, I don't want it to hang off. Actually, I'll probably have it like hang off slightly and I'll chop off the extra. Thank you, Cordelia. I missed like one of the comments, hold on. I mean, isn't Halloween supposed to be scary, Caitlin? Like, we can't just be watching Hocus Pocus. We gotta throw in, like, I don't know. I don't watch Halloween. I don't watch Halloween movies to begin with, so. Okay. Should we do the moon and the bats? I'm thinking we should. Are we doing the moon and the bats? What do we think? What is... Oh my gosh. Don't even ask me what just happened. Oh, there's a magnet. I pick up my little blending brush of my tiny little ones, and like there are 5 dies attached to it. I'm like, what is going on? It's because there's a magnet at the bottom that I didn't know about. So, you know, oops. Now there's dies on my floor. Great. Moon and bats. Okay. So, how do we... Let's do this in white, and I'll just ink blend on here. These I will do in black. So, back to barely fitting the thing on camera again. Like, and there also just is less and less room every single time. Ah, okay. Might help if I put the paper first. So we got that. And a little bit of black paper. That's gonna move. Hold on. There we go. And we're gonna do our paper trim just because, like I said, it's an old machine. It's been through a lot. It's seen a lot of stuff. And I've forced way too many sandwiches through it. So sometimes it just needs a little bit of help, and that's okay. Also, I really should put that pin back in my glue because I don't need my glue drying out. So we're just gonna there we go. Maybe we don't need a little gore. I don't know. For the moon, should I do it as like the same yellow or a different yellow? What are we doing with the moon? If I can get it up. Oh my gosh. Why is it stuck? No, because like, what's going on? Guys, I think it's playing. There we go. That was too much work. Great. Are we gonna have to do that with the bats now? Okay, no, that one was easy. Bats, okay, the bats are playing nice. The moon was just mean. You're not even gonna be able to see the moons. No, we're not. The moons don't need glitter. I'm not pulling out. Well, I could pull out Astro Paste. But I don't want to put my finger in glitter. See, Michelle, that would have been something to say before I died. But we have them, everything right here. Like I said, you can, they're there. There's 1 bat, 2 bat, 3 bat. You can just barely see them, and that's okay. We're gonna live with it right now. So, okay. Like I said, I don't know. Do we do the house in the middle, or do we do it off to one of the sides? So we do middle? Ah. I mean, I could add solar spray to the moon. That will work. Side. I don't have one Castella, but I can do solar spray, and that will give us the shine that I think we're looking for. Okay, off to one side. So should we do right side, or should we do left side? Right side or left side? I'm thinking right. I think it looks better on the right. But for the, if you guys say something different, I will do different. That's fine. So the moon, we can put here maybe. It's the rising of the moon. Yeah, okay. So we can do 1 bat there. I'm just like, obviously we're not going to glue anything yet because we got to actually finish the moon. But I think like, we can have like 1 bat hanging off the side there, and then we can have 2 more over here. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Caitlin says yes. I don't know what she's saying yes to, but let me see the comments if she's right. Okay. Maybe she's saying, I don't know what she's saying yes to, but we're going to do it like this, but we're going to focus on our moon now. So let me grab a sticky mat, aka I don't know why I'm saying it like I have 10 sticky mats. I'm not that big of an influencer, people. I don't cut, well, I shouldn't be saying, I don't cut 20 sticky mats, but we're going to live with our 1. I think it will work. Now, I kind of want to do like a softer yellow, so let me play a little bit of Tetris. Well, it's not Tetris. The issue is the ink pad I need isn't the thing that... Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, Caitlin approves. So we are going to use a little bit of whipped honey. I decided I don't want the same yellow. This is like more of a toned down yellow. Someone used proper term. I don't know. But it's in Catherine Pooler's spa collection. So that means it's like less vibrant. Less vibrant. That's what I'm going for. And I think this will look more like the moon. Oh my god, that's... I said yesterday I need to wash this, and I didn't wash it. So this is straight up my fault. Okay. So we just have like a little bit of yellow there. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works nicely. I just like put it off to the side on the thing. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to add some solar spray. Now, why are we adding solar spray to something that's lunar? Because it's my card and I do what I want. No. So we'll go over solar spray too, in case you don't know what it is. Let me grab it though. So, solar spray is, it's special. It's a mica spray from Simon Hurley, and what's cool about it is when you spray it on a darker color cardstock, the color of the spray shows up more, but when it's on a lighter color cardstock, it's more transparent and the mica doesn't show up as prominently. It's a special kind of mica. That's basically what I know about it, but it's really cool and I love it, and I use it on a lot of projects. What I typically use it for is splatter. Ooh, we could do splatter on the background. Should we do... Here, let me spray it on here first, and then we'll decide. So, let me... I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just spray it on. Okay. So, as you can see, on the black mat, it looks more gold. But when you would spray it on white cardstock, it will just make it look like more off-white, and then when you tilt it into the light, you get the shine. So, yeah. But... this is going to look great, and it's gonna give us like that shine that we want. Like trying to hold it up so you guys can see. So when you tilt it into the light, you can see that shimmer. It's just hard to see because it's so small, but I promise you it's there. So should we splatter some of this on in our background? Because I don't think that would be a bad idea. I think it would look nice. What do you guys think? Let me just clean this up while I wait for answers. Yeah, this just like dried slightly more. So as you can see, when you look at it dead on lighter color cardstock, it's not really present. It's there. You can tell something's there, but then when you turn it into the light, you get all that shine. So should we splatter some of the solar spray on in the background? I think that could look nice. What are y'all thinking? Yeah, I think this is definitely the layout we're gonna go with. Oh, did my audio go? Shoot. Did my audio go? Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. My heart. Okay. Ooh, my life just flashed before my eyes there. Okay. So, should we do this, a little bit of solar spray on the background? Okay, now that's what she was saying, it to the yellow. Okay. Phew. My heart skipped a beat there. Anyways. I think I'm gonna splatter a little bit on. Not a lot, just a little. But I'm gonna move everything off to the side so I don't get any splatter where it's not supposed to be. Now, I'm gonna do this a little bit different than we did it on the moon, though. Because, yeah. So I'm just gonna grab a random paintbrush here. Nothing special. I don't know. It says number 3 round. No clue what that means. I'm just gonna shake this up so we get our mica everywhere, because you really want to make sure it's like very, very well mixed. And then we're just gonna splatter it onto the background. It's not gonna be anything crazy for this, but I've been finding that this can kind of take like the role of like a metallic water paint, or not watercolor, when you, because I know there's a lot of people who splatter that on. I find this works well, and especially like if you're using a lighter color, it can take up like some of the color in the background, and it looks really nice. Okay, I definitely think this is the right decision here. If you guys disagree, I'm sorry. So we will put this away. Bye, solar spray. Adios. See you later. Toodaloo. And now we are going to clean up everything because I don't want to get this everywhere. But as you can see, when you look, there's subtle gold. And then when you turn it into the light, you can see that gold a lot more. I think that looks nice. Okay. So, okay. I was like, where did I put this? It's just off to the side. So we are going to plop this, I think, right here. I think that's what we decided on. So I'm going to put it right there. And we're going to glue it, and my pin's going to be back out, so everyone better watch out. I just want to make sure, like, everything back here has glue on it, because in case, like, one of the window pieces aren't glued down as good as they should be, we don't need them, like, coming up, because that wouldn't be fun. Okay. House done. Bam. Bingo. Die on the floor. Great, whatever. Now let me do the moon. And then I'm still like not dead set on the bats where we're gonna put those. but I have like the general, like when I was putting them down, like I was just like getting a reference that wasn't final. Also, if you're like an astronomer or something, or know the sky very well, and I put the moon in the wrong space, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna apologize now. So let's do, I feel like if we do one of the bats, like right, like on the, in between the moon, that would look nice. Maybe the small, because there's like 3 different sizes. There's like a smaller one and a larger one. So let's do the smaller one there. And then maybe then there's like a medium-sized one. We can do that one over here. Does this look good? I think this is fine. What are we thinking? I think we're good. I'm gonna start gluing. Okay, Cordelia, thank you. So I'm just gonna pick this up with my like gem picker. We're gonna try to glue up. No, that's not gonna work. Never mind, we're not gonna do that because that did not work. So we're gonna just, oh my gosh. Okay. So the struggle is real, folks. The struggle is real. See, this is what you don't see on an edited video. Oh, Lord. Why did I try that again? I knew it wasn't going to work. That's like, isn't that the definition of insanity? Trying to do stuff that you know is not going to work multiple times in a row, and it's still not working. So, I guess my new YouTube channel's name is The Insane Card Maker. Okay, now we'll do one more. Oh, and I just like flicked that into oblivion. That's great. Okay, now let's add glue to this one. Oh my god. That, no, oh my god. Whatever, it's fine. See, like I said, when you watch a live video, you get more fun. It's fun for you, torture for me, but you know what? It's the same thing. So we have our card front done here. I like it. It's spooky. It's scary. I'm not adding a sentiment because, yeah, no. Hi, Barbara. Okay, what am I doing now? Let's add this to a card base. Or actually, I'm gonna add it to like a white card front because I like the tone of this white better than this white. For whatever reason. Yeah, it's the right size. Okay. So now, once again, if you watch my videos, where is my foam tape? Wait, hold on. Oh, it's in here. This is literally my least favorite part of card making. I hate it. It's putting the foam tape. Well, no, putting the foam tape's fine. It's, yeah, real life card making. You get the real, unfiltered, unedited version here. But this part of card making is what I literally hate. And it's putting something with foam tape, it's putting a card front with foam tape onto the card base. Now, you could be like, Brennan, why don't you use glue? Well, some of you were likely there for this, but in a live stream I did probably close to 2 years ago now. Actually, yeah, it was 2 years ago. I was using a Stamp Anything image, and this was before I was on the Stamp Anything design team, and I put glue on it, like a glue stick on here, but I didn't peel back the release. So it's stuck on the card, at least temporarily, but when I went to like look at it after the live stream, it came off. I was like, oh my gosh. So now I'm like thinking in my head, what if I accidentally do that and send it to someone? So that's why I don't use a glue stick or something, or I could put liquid glue, but that's why I don't do that. A very stupid reason, but yeah, I just can't be having that happen. Okay, everyone, this might be the end. Oh, great. It's even better because I can't see this corner. Oh, no. Hold on. I need to pull this down slightly because I'm just going to align it at the top, and we're going to hope for the best. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. It could be slightly more to the right. I don't care. It's fine. So now we're going to glue it to a card base. And now, if you want a secret, the reason I always say in my videos we're going to glue it to the card base, and that's like the hardest step ever, is because many creators, especially when it's an Instagram, like a post on Instagram and not a YouTube video, we don't always glue our card front to a card base. We kind of just take a picture of it and that's it. So it's not really a card. So many of us are great card front makers, but not technically card makers. So now we're just going to line this up. Now we have a Halloween card because it's on a card base. That was like fun. Oh my gosh, I miss going live. I'm like thinking we could do another card. It's not like horribly late. What time is it? 9. It's like 9 East Coast time, 9:20, because the time doesn't show up on my phone, but the timer does. So, I'm like debating in my head. I think we're gonna. What do you guys want? Do you guys want me to make another card, or do you want me to end the live stream? Are you sick of me? Is basically what I'm asking. But I'm loving how this card came out. I don't make Halloween cards really. Halloween is probably my least favorite major holiday, in all honesty. Or at least, like, when I was younger, I used to hate Ooh, Allison says another card. Okay. I used to hate trick-or-treating. Like, I fully stopped trick-or-treating when I was, like, 9 or 10. I always liked making goodie bags to be given out, because I wasn't home to give them out. Or, like, giving out the candy myself at my aunt and uncle's house, because they get so many people. But, yeah, I've never, like, really liked Halloween that much. But now, somewhat. I'll always watch Halloween Town and Hocus Pocus. Like, core childhood Disney movies. You're good, Cordelia. Okay, I think we'll do another card. Or at least, like, start another card. Yeah, we can start another one. Okay. Or at least start it. We'll probably finish it. If I don't prick myself with a pin, we'll finish it, maybe. Okay. Yes. Okay, Barbara. Just for Barbara, we're going to do another one. So let me just at least stay partially organized, because in all honesty, I ain't got no clue where the... Oh, there it is. I was like, no clue where that moon die went. Yeah, I love Hocus Pocus. I watch Hocus Pocus 2, honestly, isn't bad. I would watch it again. It wasn't, like, horrible. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just, like, trying to stay organized because I know if I don't, I'm gonna lose a die or something. So I apologize for taking the time to, like, put it away. But I just know it will be better in the long run. Okay, so since Michelle Ruel, because I know we have multiple Michelles here, so I'm gonna specify, I know she asked for a purple card, so we'll do purple now. Let me just look to see what purples I want to use. Okay, I think we'll do Grape Crush. And some... Yeah, exactly. It's not bad that you haven't seen Hocus Pocus. It's okay. I mean, it's just a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. But for this next one, we're gonna do Pixie Dust and Grape Crush. We're gonna do something similar with the embossing folder, where like it'll be like kind of covered, but we're gonna use the other embossing folder that I have. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there are like 4 more embossing folders. I just don't have them, so we're not gonna use them. It would be hard for me to use something I don't have, now wouldn't it be? So let me, sorry, I'm just, like I said, I don't need my desk to get too messy, so trying to at least stay somewhat organized. So I apologize once again. Okay. So we are going to use the witch die because, you know what, we're talking about Hocus Pocus. We're going to use the witch. I don't think we're going to use the cat or the stars for this one, but we're going to use the witch. And then we're going to use the leaf, it's leaf, foliage, the, hold on. We're going to use the foliage embossing folder. So let me just pull this out and grab a card front. Okay. So let me hold the phone. Okay. What we're going to do for this one is we're going to do a darker like outer and fade it to the center where the center will be lighter. So I'm going to go in with pixie dust first. And we're going to take my purple ink blending tool here. And this is like everything before. Hi, Mom. We're using Catherine Pooler ink. Also, I'm going to go probably pretty fast with this ink blend. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. And I don't really care that much because we're going to be going over it with, not brown. I think we're going to do black this time, maybe. I don't know. We'll cut to that bridge. We'll get to that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But, yeah. Okay, so we have our base done here. We got the lighter purple. It's honestly not pretty. And you know what? That is okay, because like I said, it's gonna get covered. So now we're gonna go in here with our Grape Crush. What happened to your pixie dust? Oh, I honestly do not know. Yeah, there's like a little hole in my pixie dust ink pad. I think like, I honestly don't know. I don't remember. It's been like this for a very long time. I feel like what probably happened is I probably nicked like my scissors in it. Because when it came, it was like a normal, perfectly fine ink pad. But I think at some point I may have like nicked my scissors in it. Barbara, you caught me. I may have just, it tasted good. It's pixie dust. Like, I just never want to grow up. I want to be a kid forever. So I had to take some of Tinkerbell's pixie dust. But yeah, no, I think I definitely like nicked it with my scissors. Or maybe like one of my mouse stamps came alive and like came in here and took a little nibble out of it. I don't know. Now I'm scared, guys. Yeah, I think I nicked it with my scissors. Okay, I do also think there's like something, I think I have like one of the little bristles in here like sticking up slightly higher because I'm getting a couple of marks, which isn't a huge deal because like I said, it'll be mostly covered, so it's okay. And I know you're probably looking at this like, yeah, Barbara, don't tell me what to do. But, I'm, like I said, this looks horrible. I'm well aware. I'm not trying to make this look good because we're going to go and spray it with a little bit of water now. And you know what? Water fixes a lot of things in card making, in all honesty. Because now it's starting to look much better. I kind of need to go in that center, though. I don't like it being straight up white. Okay, let me hit this with a heat gun real quick to dry the water. And then I'm going to do like one more round and get it slightly darker, and then we'll spray it with more water. So if you don't want to hear the heat gun, because it is going to be kind of loud, cover your ears. And then once the heat gun goes off the camera, the noise will go away. Okay. Apologies for that, because, yeah, I know it's annoying when a heat gun comes on camera, so sorry. But I just want to darken this up a little bit more, and then go in that center as well. Hi again, Cordelia. Thanks for like coming back. Okay, now I'm just gonna like lightly go in the center here to darken it up and get like purple everywhere. Okay, now we're good. They should have just done that in the first place. It's okay. Now we're gonna go in with some more water here. Honestly, with the amount of water I'm using, I probably should be using like watercolor paper, but am I? No. Is it okay? For the time being. I should hit this with the heat gun again, but I don't think I'm going to. So let me just clean up the water here. And now we're gonna grab that foliage embossing folder. Now, what side do I want to do this? Okay. Let's do it. Well, hold on. Yeah, okay. So I have it just normally, and I'm gonna plop this down. Plop. And now, again, oh my gosh, okay. There's just less and less desk space every single time. The good thing is, since this is still kind of wet, it should emboss even better. Now let's see. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so here is our thing, our card front. And you may be noticing, hey, Brennan, I can't see that. That's okay. That's okay, because we're gonna go over it in black. And we're not gonna ink blend over it this time. We're just gonna take some VersaFine Clear, and we're gonna swipe over it. But before we do that, I wanna cut off some of this again with the deckled edge trimmer. So let me do that real quick. Once again, apologies if this is loud. So we're just gonna take 1/4 inch off of every side. So the whole thing will be smaller by 1/2 inch on the top, or height and width. Ooh, that is actually like still wet, so I gotta cut kind of slowly here. Oops. Oopsies. Okay, maybe this wasn't a great idea. Okay, if I go slow, I think I'm okay. But yeah, maybe cutting wet paper isn't the best idea. Now, one more side. Okay, so now this is 3.75 by 5. Yeah, 3.75 inches by 5 inches. I'm like loving this. Okay. Michelle, thank you for the suggestion of purple because it looks great. Purple used to be my favorite color, but I think it's blue now. When I was younger, it used to be purple. Ooh, actually, we could go over this in purple, but we're going to do in black because I think the contrast will be nicer. We could have done it in brown also, but so we just have the VersaFine Clear, and I would suggest doing this with a felt ink pad opposed to a foam, because if you do foam, you're gonna get a lot more ink typically down in the crevices, and if you want that, then do it, but you don't always want that. Okay, we are almost done here. And there we go. Thanks, Mom. See, Caitlin, you got your mom watching, I got my mom watching. So now that is all done, so we can actually like see the leaves more. I'm debating if I want to like, let me just, hold on. I want to try like dipping the edges in black. I don't think that's really going to do anything, but we're going to see. Yeah, no, not anything noteworthy. Okay, so now I need scissors. Here are scissors. I have like 4 pairs of scissors out on my desk right now, and I know where 1 pair is. I want to go around this deckled edge and kind of make it look more distressed. So we're just gonna, it will kind of like push the paper up slightly, and that's what I'm going for. So see how it's pushing that up? Kind of, yeah, you can kind of see that. But it will just make our paper look slightly more distressed, and that's kind of what I'm going for. Now let's do this side. This is where I probably could cut myself, and we might get to scary Halloween and gory Halloween. So, better watch out. This live could get fun. Also, I have fully sliced my fingers with these scissors, so I can attest they are very sharp. Okay, so now we just have the tiniest bit of like distressing along some of these edges, which great. When I was younger, for whatever reason, I was stupid. I was like 12 or 13. I was playing with the scissors like this. It's like, ooh, open, close. And then my fingers got a little too close and I sliced both of my pointer fingers open. It was great. My mom probably had no clue about this, and now she's probably sitting there horrified, like, why did I ever let this child craft? But anyways, and then, you know what I did? I took some low-tack tape and wrapped it around my fingers because I wanted to keep crafting. So, we have our witch here. Now y'all are probably like, why are we here still? But we have our witch. It's the season of the witch. Okay. So we are just going to put her front and center. Like this. Bam. No, Mom, I already did that years ago. Fingers were sliced open years ago. Sorry. Oops. My mom's gonna come down here and like, I don't know what she's gonna do. So, we're gonna die cut her in black. Actually, wait, before we do that, let's also add some solar spray to this. So, we did gold solar spray last time. Let's go in with some purple now. So, this is Royal Flush. We're gonna shake it up. If you can't tell, I genuinely love solar spray. I've been adding it to so many cards lately. Instead of like, because I don't have a metallic watercolor, so this kind of takes the place of it. So we have our paintbrush here, and we're just gonna, we shook up the jar, we're gonna dip it in, and we're gonna tap on here. I know you can't really see it right yet, but when I hold it up, you'll definitely be able to see it. And as it dries more, you'll be able to see it more too. And I think one more dip and we'll be good. Actually, that corner, I feel like, hold on. Okay, there we go. Hold on, I just missed that comment. Solar spray came out and I said, I don't need any more sprays. So of course I have the complete first set of them. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. So now, just so you can see this, we have a little bit of shine on there, just a little bit. So there we go. So now we are going to die cut our witch in black. And we're just gonna plop her on the front and then we'll call it a day for this card. I feel like I already took out a piece of black cardstock for this, but whatever. Maybe I didn't, and I'm forgetting it. I don't know anymore, guys. I think the fumes of the glue are getting to me. So we are going to put this down here. And also, if you haven't already, I know many of you have, but make sure you like the live stream, and if you have any friends that you want to share it with them, because it just helps more people see it, and who doesn't want to see these fun Halloween cards? At this point, I don't know if anyone does, but I'm joking. You guys are all here, and that is amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching, because it has been an hour and 10 minutes, so that's kind of a long time to watch a live stream. Now we're just going to run this through. Once again, sorry for like the camera shaking. It's not an earthquake, it's just the die cutting machine. Wow. Okay. Perfect. Where is the top layer? My desk, oh my gosh, y'all, you do not want to see my desk. It's horrendous. It is horrid, it is bad, it is ugh. Okay, let's put this back so we're a responsible crafter and don't lose our dies, because that would be bad. And that's my dog, Tyler. we don't have, there's not another child there that's grunting, it's the dog. So now we're just gonna glue this down, and then we'll do exactly what we did with our other card. And, oh, hold on. There we go. There's like a lot of like weird little pieces on here that I want to try to get glue on. Well, not weird, but just intricate. Also, from this angle, it looks like she has a beard, but it's just like her chin. So now let's try to get this center. I think that works. Who dat? Who dat? And I forgot to get glue on that one. Okay, so now all we have left to do is add our foam tape, which is obviously, as previously stated, my absolute least favorite part. So I feel like I'm leaving too much space. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, am I gonna run out of foam tape here? This is like genuinely my last roll. I need to order more. Oh shoot, that piece was too big. Darn it. So we'll put that up here, and then we'll put a little tiny one down here. Okay. Now let me grab. Okay, so we have our card front here, and now we're gonna peel. We're gonna hope for the best once again. Seriously? That like wouldn't have held though. Like it would get like not soggy, but like it wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, this is the spookiest part of it. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, looks good. Okay. Crisis averted. Now we're gonna, for our very last step, put it on a card base. It's funny how much longer that first card took, and the only reason it took so much longer is fully because of the windows. Okay, now let's just plop this on our card base. And there we go. There is our second card. Yay. So here are the 2 cards we made. This was honestly like so much fun, and I'm so happy we didn't have like any tech issues, and I think my Wi-Fi is like genuinely figured out. So hopefully I can start going live more, because this was genuinely really, really fun. And thank you guys so much for coming and joining me tonight as we got crafty. Thank you. Yeah, I really like that purple too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. And you know what? I think we should, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna mail one of these out. So I'm gonna mail one of these to one of you. So I'm gonna give you a quick trivia question. So get ready, everyone get ready to type. And to be clear, you have to be the first person to send the response in this chat. Don't go to Instagram. Stay here, and you're gonna type it in the chat, and then you'll DM me on Instagram. So make sure if you don't have Instagram, then it would kind of be hard. If you don't, actually, I'll do email, and I can give that to you after. But, so I'm about to give a trivia question, and I'll mail out whichever card you want. So I'm only gonna do one though. So the first person who types, what was the first design team I was on? I repeat, what company was the first design team I was on? And whoever gets this first, I will mail one of these, whichever one of you're choosing, to you. Let's see. I know there's like also kind of a big delay, so like that's why I'm like do. Or if no one knows this, then nope, Caitlin, it wasn't Newton's Nook. I guest designed for them, but I wasn't on their design team. I wish I was on the ton, but unfortunately not. Whimsy, no, I've never been on Whimsy. We mentioned them during this live. Okay, maybe we need an easier question. Okay, I'm trying to think of a new question. Unless I see the answer come through. Michelle, you know that is wrong. What? I'm like now like trying to think of a new question really fast. Why can't I think of a new question? Okay, we're gonna we're gonna guess. Hold on, I'm gonna write down and no, not Catherine Pooler. You're good, Jay. Oh, okay. So since no one got it, that's null and void. But we're gonna do a different question. The first design team I was on was for Stamp Anything. So I thought you guys were gonna get that, but I guess I was wrong. So see, I don't think he has a design team, Cordelia, to be honest. No, that was the first company no, Mom. I did a guest design for them. I wasn't on their design team. But I'm gonna write down a number here, a number 1 through 10. I'm gonna, hold on, how do I do this so you guys see that I'm not like cheating and writing it off? Okay, you're gonna see that I'm writing a number. Okay, there's a number 1 through 10 on here. And the first person who guesses it correctly will get one of these cards. But only one, I'm only sending one out. Not 6, nope. Not 3, not 7. We're getting close. Nope. Okay, Caitlin got it first with 8. So that's kind of perfect because it's Halloween. So Caitlin, I know that looks horrible, but it is 8. I promise it's 8. So Caitlin, I have your address, so I will be mailing out one of these cards to you. So thank you guys all so much for watching and trying to win one. But yeah, I'm like genuinely so grateful that you guys joined me here. We have like 19 people here, which is some of the most I've had on a live stream, especially because I haven't done one in a very long time. So I think we're going to try to get back to almost every Friday, if not every Friday, for at least the time being, because eventually I got to go to college in next summer, so next year. But thank you guys so much for watching, and congrats, Caitlin. It's already on a card. They're both already on card bases, Caitlin, but it's fine. But thank you guys genuinely so much for watching. I had a ton of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. And I'm just going to say this. Make sure you're following me on Instagram because I post a lot more frequently over there. So if I'm ever like MIA on YouTube, I'm always still posting on Instagram. And then we have there's like a lot of exciting stuff coming up next week. So yeah, make sure you're definitely following me on Instagram. I'm guest designing for a company. I can't say what company yet, but I'm doing some guest designing next week and it'll be on Instagram. And then I think we're going to do a YouTube video on Wednesday and maybe another one next Friday. I don't know. I think I might also have a YouTube video for you guys for Sunday. So a lot of stuff coming at you really fast. But yeah, if you have Instagram, make sure you're following me on Instagram. If you search Brennan Keane, BDK_creations, or Brennan's Crafty Corner, it should come up. Yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I really hope you guys get to have a crafty and creative weekend and maybe a little Halloween. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye everyone and happy crafting. Yes, I still did the little nod even though you can't see it. Bye guys!